Hey guys and gals, welcome to the video. This is the first of the Sprinter Build-a-thon series. If you didn't watch my last video, I'm trying to get through as much as possible with the little time I've got. So let's crack into it. So what I'm doing here is cleaning behind where the side mouldings go, because I'm gonna silicone the trim clips in so they don't leak. Nice and clean, super tidy. I gotta say, this van is not very rusty, which I'm very grateful for. I'm glad I spent the time waiting to try and find a clean one. Look at that, lovely. Let's get them in. I feel heavy metal. That's roughly lined up. Everything. Looking good. Hey guys, so all the trim's done. It's the next day. And I think that was well worth the money. It looks brilliant. Now the front bumper's really letting it down, but yeah, all glued in, all brand new. Looking awesome. Now I'm doing the same on the other side, getting it all nice and clean, ready to glue those clips in. So lovely and clean. Very good, very nice. So this is the point I realised that I get a lot more done if I just clone myself. He's still a bit small though. And now, I didn't film this, but this is the other side all glued in. Then I set out to tidy up the rear door area. So the panel I've made previously needs some tidying up and some trimming. So here I am just scribing up where I'm going to trim it, closing the door, checking out fitment, and adjusting it accordingly to get it to fit up really nicely so it looks good when the door is shut. And in case you're curious, this is how I went about making those door panels. Cardboard templates. I also use cardboard templates to make these pieces of trim for the rear doors. As you can see, that progressing here. Just going slow and trying to get nice fitment on it. I generally will make most templates out of cardboard for all the ply lining and stuff. Just makes life a million times easier. So, spent a while trying to get this trim panel right. And I'm pretty happy with it. I'm going to mirror it on the other side and then carpet it and paint behind it. Here I'm clamping both of the trim pieces together so I can sand them at the same time, which ensures they're symmetrical. Hey guys and gals, it's getting pretty late. It's 8:30. I've been going since about 7 o'clock. I've got the trims for this rear door made, which took a very long time. So we got, once again, we got riv nuts and M6 countersunk bolts holding them in, and they just tidy up that rear bit of metalwork nicely. So it's about 11:15 now. I've been going since about 7 o'clock. I've just got the van all put back together and the bed all sorted. I'm pretty stoked about how these carpet trims came out on the back. It's a real shame that I ran out of carpet for that door panel. I'm super bummed about that, because it would have just tied it in nicely. But we'll crack on again tomorrow and see how far we get. But for now, your boy needs some rest. Good morning everyone. Had a nice deep sleep after yesterday's hustle. Let's see what we can get into today. The clock is ticking. Still stoked about this. But realistically, I think it'd be good to get the bed finished today. And I need to get the floor sorted as well. Alright, we've got everything out that needs to come out. Now it's just a matter of trimming this, painting underneath it, and then gluing it down. to get it in like this, and then
I have to leave that one. Keep it down.
right. Let's try this again. Right. Then I roped my mate Al into helping me put the board back in. It being 18mm makes it pretty heavy. Got it in, and then I painted the top side of it. And once that was all sorted, it was time to glue the floor down. Important thing to remember with the contact adhesive is to spray both surfaces. So I was spraying the plywood and the vinyl floor. And to anyone interested, this is Ultra safety vinyl flooring, so good hard wearing stuff. Hey guys, Thursday, and last night I didn't film a lot. I kind of burnt myself out, to be honest, but I've made lots of progress. So what we'll do now is I'm going to finish painting up the rear section of the door, and then we'll have a check in and see how far we've got. Got this panel carpeted, so that's looking pretty sweet, dude. I haven't been filming much today, but a lot's been getting done, which is cool. So this rear end is looking a lot more finished now. We've got all of the trims made, the door shut, it has been painted. That reflection's kind of messing us up, but yeah, it's looking mighty cozy back here. The floor is also completely done, so it's all siliconed in, glued down, whole 9 yards. It's looking tidy over there. All this step, final fitment. We're getting there. Hey guys, so it's Friday, and I've not been doing a good job of filming. It being Friday means that there's 1 week until the trip. So, not sure what I've missed, but I've been making some steel brackets to support the bed. And now I'm gonna work on a fascia panel for this part here. So I get used to put on a tripod, I think. Busy, but yeah, all this. I don't know if I showed this, but painted up a bit of diamond plate for the edging. Floor's all done. We're certainly getting there. We've got all these trims, and the door shut's painted black. We are getting there. It's looking good. Got the riv nut tool, the saving grace of this entire build. And the top. And then same on this side, mirrored. I think that's going to do me pretty well. I just need to make up a nice board and paint it. And then I've got sort of a headboard and a fascia on the end. So a lot of making these panels is test fitting, checking it out, and figuring out what it needs. So in this case it needed to be trimmed about 5mm, and here I am buffering like a robot for a while. So after all the adjustments, this is what I've ended up with. Can have a quick look, see what we think. Morning everybody, it's just before 7 on Saturday morning. I've got until just gone lunchtime to get as much stuff done as possible, so I'm going to make this quick. I want to get the bed frame painted, the end piece that I was making yesterday sorted and painted and mounted finally, and then I want to knock these panels down, get this panel out, get these two out, finish some silicone work and cleaning, and then get this thing insulated. Let's get it. So just got done painting up the frame, the bed frame, for a bit of protection. Now I'm going to turn my attention to this fascia panel. Update time. So we got the fascia panel painted, bed frames painted. Now it's time to focus on getting this puppy insulated. Let's do it. So I've just got some rust encapsulator laid down on some of the surface rust. And then it's time for a little bit more silicone around where these trim peg holes are, and a few other spots like the magnet bungs on the back doors. And then it's going to be an insulation montage. Time to start insulating this thing. I was lucky enough to have my lovely partner help me with the vapor barrier. So this is just a matter of getting that thermowrap laid down and then sealed in with the aluminium tape. It's kind of a laborious process, but you know, it's almost satisfying. Beth didn't seem to mind it too much and she did a good job. Thank you very much, by the way. Sunday night, stuffing cavities. Trying to get this insulation done before the week starts. Got recycled bottle plastic, Dodo, thermowrap, kingspan behind that. Just cutting up this piece of kingspan here. Looks ropey. That's not the bit that's going in. But yeah, we're getting there. At this point I was just absolutely desperate to get the insulation done because it had created such a mess, and I am still staying in the van at this point, so yeah, I am just working like a madman trying to get that vapor barrier all sorted and the insulation all done. Intense. Hey guys, so we're looking pretty good. We are mostly finished. Vapor barriers mostly in. So quick recap, we did Dodo mat, recycled bottle plastic, and then Reflectix or thermowrap on top. These have got PIR insulation boards in where the bed is. Here, all along this edge, top cavities are stuffed with recycled bottle plastic. But yeah, I'm pretty tired. It's almost 1 AM, got to be up at 6 AM. It's going to be a crazy week. But we are getting there. I ran out of tape, which is annoying. So I couldn't put the panels back in. But I need to go to bed anyway. So in the morning I'll close this up with a little bit more tape, go to work, and then see what I can do.
Tomorrow.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm putting the van back together now. Just got the vapor barrier finished up. Put the bed section, I shot a nap, all put back together. It's insulated. Now I'm going to pop the wall in, get the other walls in. I need to recarpet this one, which is a bummer, because it suffered some damage. But yeah, let's crack on. Let's get this van back together, man. And then my good friend George arrived in his Series 2 Landy. Might do a video on that at some point. But he's here to service my van for me. So these are all bits and bobs, mostly genuine Merc stuff. Away we go. There's the pollen filter, lovely jubbly. And then that's the manky bumper, which I do have a new one of, which we ended up replacing that night. Broken clips meant that turned into a total nightmare job. Hey guys and gals, so it's been a minute since the last clip that you would have seen, and I'm actually back from the trip that I was meant to be taking this van on. Unfortunately, it just wasn't in a state to be taking it. And to be honest, I'm not disappointed with that, because, you know, the whole point in that deadline was to force a bit of progress, and that's exactly what's happened. I was putting off certain jobs because they're a pain, like tearing the floor back up and insulating it, and to be honest, I need a fire lit underneath me, and that's exactly what the deadline did. So I'm stoked about that. I didn't show you guys what it looked like with its new bumpers and stuff on, and it's looking pretty awesome. I would say the only thing really letting it down now is the wheels. So we'll see if we can do something about that in the coming videos. So there's still tons to do on the van, obviously, namely the furniture, the wiring, the ceiling, got max air fan to put in it, loads of stuff. So if that's the kind of thing that you want to keep up to date with, then consider subscribing maybe. We've got the new rear bumpers on too, and I think the main focus next is going to be the garage, because to be honest, it's the main reason I wanted a bigger van. So let's get you guys a little sneak peek of the garage. See how we're getting on with it. Gives away what we're going for. But thank you to everyone who tuned in to watch this video. I appreciate every last one of you. I will hopefully catch you in the next one. Peace.